Welcome to JazzHam.com. JazzHam.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online. If you know the price of the watch, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate it if you buy a watch from JazzHam.com once in a while. Today we'll be reviewing the Rolex Day-Date 40. This is the model number 228239. We'll be going over the dial, bezel, case, crown, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Alright, so jumping right into the dial configuration I currently have in my hand here is the Roman numerals with a matte white dial. If you're not interested in this color of dial, there's also other configurations as well, such as the olive green dial, blue dial, black dial, and also I believe there's a striped dark rhodium and a mother of pearl, and the most luxurious of all, a pave set diamond dial. So this is more of the sort of baseline of the model, being the matte white dial with Roman numerals. The Roman numerals are fashioned in 18 karat white gold, along with the hour, minute, and seconds hand as well. They're all fashioned in that 18 karat white gold. Specifically for this watch, it's not much different than any other day-date in terms of structure for the dial, as we have the day at the 12 o'clock position, date at the 3 o'clock position, and the date does have a cyclops lens on top of that sapphire crystal for magnification and easier viewing of that date. At the 12 o'clock position, right underneath the day, we have the Rolex Oyster Perpetual Day-Date name, and then at the 6 o'clock position, as typical with other Rolex watches, we have the Superlative Chronometer Officially Certified text there at the 6 o'clock position. I'll zoom in on that so you can take a closer look. One thing I do like is that you do have sort of the railroad tracks around the outer edge of the dial that sort of helps break up the monotony of just having a completely white dial. Adds a little more contrast than just having the text itself. So you can see it goes all around the outer edge of the dial, and then breaking up at the 6 o'clock position with the Swiss made. Of course, it also helps track the individual indices and the outer edge, and marking each hour marker as well with a slightly bolder indice as well. Alright, so moving on to the bezel now. The bezel is just a simple, the bezel is also 18 karat white gold as well. It's just a fluted bezel. And this bezel works very nicely, specifically for this dial, as this matte white doesn't have that sort of sunbursting feature that you would typically see on other dial colors. So it makes up for it by being, sort of an alternative to it. You can see as I tilt it around in the light box, it sort of captures light differently. You'll see various contrasting shades of darker areas versus lighter areas, and that just helps make it more appealing to take a look at the face of the watch. Alright, moving on to the case now. The case is just a 40mm case, as the name states, Day-Date 40. So from my index finger to my thumb here, it's 40mm in diameter. From the side profile view, you can see very beautiful high polish, matching with a high polish on the bezel and on the sides of the bracelet. It is a little bit higher and a little bit sort of thicker in width, or rather height, mainly because it is additional complications of having the day and the date complication. So of course it's going to be a little bit larger case size to make up for that. On the other side as well, we have a nice high polish on the sides, still matching with the bracelet, and then we have the Rolex crown logo with the 2-dot indices, indicating that this crown is a twin lock double waterproofness system. We're going to go ahead and move on to the crown functions now. Actually, right before we do that, I just want to go mention that the lugs as well, as this is more of a dress watch, the lugs are all in a high polish. You can see the high polish on the tops and bottoms of the lugs. And the whole case is also 18 karat white gold, and you'll notice that the bracelet as well is 18 karat white gold. This whole watch is in 18 karat white gold. Alright, so moving on to the crown now. As I mentioned, it's a twin lock double waterproofness system. When a crown is nice and tight in against the case, this means that this watch has a water resistance of 100 meters or 330 feet. And then unwinding your crown will be counterclockwise, and then it will open up to the standard position where you can wind the watch about 15 to 20 clockwise turns is all you need to get the watch started once more. Pulling the crown out to the next position will allow you to adjust the day and the date individually. So changing the date will be going counterclockwise, changing the date will be going clockwise. So a very easy to use function, and then pulling the crown out to the final position will stop the seconds hand. I'm going to go ahead and stop it at that 4 o'clock position there, and there we are. and then you'll be able to adjust the hands bidirectionally. So I'm going to reset it back to the 10 and 2 and press that crown back in. You'll see the seconds hand start once more, and that allows for precise timekeeping, being able to stop the seconds hand as so you can stop the seconds hand at the exact seconds, match it up to an atomic clock online, and then you'll be able to keep keep perfect and consistent time. Always make sure screw the crown nice and tight in against the case, as I've done, as once again the water resistance for this watch is 100 meters or 330 feet. Moving on to the bracelet now. The bracelet is a President style bracelet, as the Day-Dates are typically known for. It's a President style bracelet. This watch only comes on a President style bracelet. I believe other models of the Day-Date now comes on oyster bracelets and Presidents, but this specific model only comes on a President style bracelets, which are these semicircular links, sort of a mix between the oyster and Jubilee bracelet together. So you have a 3-piece link bracelet, high polish down the center, sand finish on the outer of the links, nice tapering from the first link down to the back before it reaches a continuous pattern of the same size. The pattern itself is only broken up by this Rolex crown logo here, which is where the clasp is. So the clasp opens up as so, revealing these nicely high polished clasp blades with the Rolex name embossed on there very beautifully. And I'm going to close that up. This is called the concealed folding crown clasp. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the other side of the bracelet, because I want to show you the whole bracelet. You can see, and it retapers back up to the top of the case. Alright. So once again, the clasp is located here, Rolex crown logo. Tug it out as so, and there we are. Alright. So let's go ahead and move on to the movement now. That's housed in this oyster style case backing. You can see beautiful sand finish on the back edge of the case, and then you can see a nice bordering high polish around that. For the movement specifically, it is going to be a different movement than your typical Rolex movements, obviously, because it has additional complications. This is the 3255 movement, in-house made perpetual mechanical self-winding movement by Rolex. That has a precision of -2 + 2 seconds a day, as I've already shown you with the boasting on the text with the superlative chronometer officially certified, as Rolex double test their movements to keep it within Swiss specs of -4 + 6 seconds a day, but they double test to make it -2 + 2 seconds a day. The functions of the movement itself, as I've shown you, it was the hour, minute, and seconds hand, stopping the seconds hand, changing of the day and the date instantaneously, as shown with the crown functions. And for the oscillator, we have the paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring, which adds resistance against magnetism for this watch. And we have high performance Paraflex shock absorbers, which are in-house made shock absorbers by Rolex, which they claim absorbs 50% more shocks than industry standard shock absorbers, which were the KIF shock absorbers, as Rolex is now moving more towards in-house made parts. And you'll see that with new updates to various watches that Rolex puts out throughout modern day years. I believe now they've adjusted the Submariner recently into a new style movement as well. But that's for a different video. The power reserve for this watch, we're looking at a 70-hour power reserve, meaning that we can put this watch down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Monday afternoon. It'll be keeping time just fine. All right, moving on to trying out this watch. So we're going to locate that crown clasp, open it up, snap it closed, and there we are. Very simple, very easy to use. And you can see very beautiful dial. Even though it's just a matte white dial, the sort of just the small usage of the Rolex text being in the nice black with the day and date just makes it look very, very elegant, even with the railroading to help sort of border and window it all together. The nice shine from pretty much all over the watch, as he has high polish on the lugs of the lugs, pretty much the whole case, the fluted bezel, and just a nice usage of the brush finish on the President style bracelet on the outer of the links with a mirror polish down the center. So if you're interested in this watch or any other watch for the lowest possible price, check out our website at jazztime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. And if you like the video, please like, comment, subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.